Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Ryan Tannehill and the Washington Football Team.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Football Team and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now,
here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback in his 9th season in the NFL. It's Ryan Tannehill.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon. But being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
12 yards there and a first down. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run. This is Kamara.
Kamara again, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards there at a Washington first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Tannehill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Now Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 6.
There's Wilson to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now it's Wilson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Complete to Mohamed Sanu. 10 yards on the
throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jonathan Allen in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
It's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
32-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So that'll back him up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Oh, what a move. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
On first and 10. It's Wilson. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Nice rhythm throw there on first.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Loss brings up third down.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Tannehill on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Washington.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Kamara, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Kamara. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Stephen Hauschka.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, a quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Gordon. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
They run it here with Gordon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard.
It's third.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Gordon on first down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Washington 7.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw, Tannehill. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo.
Tannehill's pass.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tannehill. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going underneath for Gordon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Left side caught by Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Ball carrier.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and
an extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
43-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Connects with Sanu right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, it's Gordon. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Javon Kinlaw has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Wilson's pass.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Brings up a third down.
Again, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Wilson's.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Tannehill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A 6-yard pickup.
They run it again with Kamara. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Aaron Donald with a sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, they're on him too quick, and the Eagles are in for 6.
Touchdown, Eagles.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Lambo to add on the extra point. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. And Lambo now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
Harris on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Tannehill's pass.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
And no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. He'll buy some time right. And the Eagles are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 24.
7.
And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
3 and out.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's got his man on the crossing route. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo.
Tannehill's pass complete.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Eagles.
Harris has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill throwing again. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Nifty move by Gordon, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there. First down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 20th carry. Number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
3-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Melvin Gordon.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. On on the ground with a tight end. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Philadelphia, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.